Step number 5, again from another Singaporean chiropractor here. Use your book to build sales. Now, how many of you in here are in sales or in marketing? Let me see your hand. Business owners? Are you still with me? Everybody still with me? All right. Listen, in this day and age, people today are very skeptical of those of us who sell anything. Your customers don't trust you. They're much more demanding today. They're much more overwhelmed. And whenever most people today, you think about this, how much you distrust somebody who's selling, that's exactly what your customers feel as well. There is not one tool on the planet that is as good and as powerful to mitigate against these problems that you face if you're a salesperson. Nothing will make a customer trust you like a book. So you're going to use a book to separate yourself from everybody else who does what you do. See, most people in your industry use the same type of marketing material as everybody else. These are estate agents. They all use a picture, a logo, and a phone number. Imagine instead of giving away this name card, calling card, you could use a book as a way to separate yourself. Yeah, doesn't that make sense? If you guys think it makes sense, let those people know. Yeah, so they agree with you. It makes sense. There's nothing like it as a tool. Listen, if you want to sell somebody important or you want to sell a big company, interview that person for your book. Write something favorable about them inside the book. And then as soon as the book comes out, send it to them and say to them, make sure you see what I said about you on page 44. Can you imagine how they're going to see you differently? They're not going to see you the same way as your competitors. If you said something about them in a book, how many times did you think that happened to them last week? Never. So the other thing that you do is you could write in your book, write about famous people in your book and then send it to them. You never know what could happen. This lady whose book I published in London, England, asked me if I was coming to her book launch party. Well, for a joke, I said to her, I'll come if the Queen of England comes. She must have thought I was serious. She sent a copy of her book to the Queen of England, asking her to come to her book launch party. 2 weeks later, she gets a letter back from Buckingham Palace. Seriously, tell Gerry the Queen's not coming to the book launch. But listen to this. This is what she declined the offer, but look at what she said here. The Queen was interested to read about the reasons behind the writing of your book and thought it kind of you to send her a copy as a gift. Can you imagine if you had that kind of letter that you could show to your prospects? She's a life coach and a speaker in England. She's been featured on all kinds of media, all kinds of TV shows, radio shows. And the only thing she did is she attended this lecture. She came to the boot camp. I published her book, and she wrote something nice about the Queen in the book and sent her a copy. Now her business has completely exploded. Especially, this is powerful. Pay attention to this. This is expressly important for those of you who are not good in sales. This lady doesn't mind me telling you that she could not sell water in the desert. She does not know how to sell, but her business has taken off because of the marketing clout that her book has given her. Imagine you writing something like this on a book before you make a sales call. My mentor told me I should give my book to the 100 most positive people in this city. I hear you're one of them. I can't wait to meet you next week. Isn't that powerful? I mean, that works like magic.